That was quite good.
I moved it sideways instead of going up and down.
Oh, yeah, very good.
Just flicked it.
Hello, welcome to MasterCast episode. Oh, you like to do that. I'll let you do that. You like doing that bit.
23.
That's, yeah.
Well,
I mean, when you know even though we'd like literally 1 minute ago discussed.
Hey, do you know what there was also 23 of? Films in the MCU if you include the Hulk one.
No. Are you including Spider-Man Far From Home?
It's not out yet.
Well, then there's only 22.
If you include the Hulk.
No.
You include the first one, which the Incredible Hulk is a sequel to.
No, it's not.
But it is.
No, it's not.
But it is.
No.
But it is.
No.
But it is.
No.
But it is.
Shut up.
Fight me.
If you include Far From Home, okay, there's 23.
Okay, fine.
Yep. Endgame. So we're going to be talking about that, but first, a couple of other things.
Which are significantly less important.
Well, I mean, there's only two things, right? These are the only two significantly... I forgot
important.
You should have put on your list about box office.
That's already on your phone. We know about that one.
Anyway, there are two other things to talk about. Just first of all, quickly, just because I thought it was a bit batshit insane, David Dastmalchian, who is the Russian guy from the Ant-Man films, and I think he's Russian or European or whatever.
Eastern European.
And he's also in The Dark Knight, I think.
As the mentally insane person.
Yep. He's been cast in James Gunn's The Suicide Squad
as
Polka Dot Man. Like, this is real.
No, this is happening is James Gunn's just gone, right, there's a Suicide Squad which is not too obscure. But then they decided to use the most obvious members of the Suicide Squad. But I think he's done sort of a Guardians and just gone, yeah, who's been in the Suicide Squad?
I mean, it looks like Elba's playing Bronze Tiger.
Elba is playing Bronze Tiger. I think that has been...
I don't think it has, but okay.
He's definitely doing that. He's not being Deadshot. There's no Deadshot. God damn it, DC. Why'd you have to let me down so hard and then make me want to come back? Yeah, that's a good point. Because Suicide Squad was just awful. Yeah. Trailers are pretty good.
But the film?
Shit.
Was not even a film. It's just a mess.
Where is the third act?
What third act?
Exactly.
Also, Sonic the Hedgehog trailer came out this week.
Oh, no. You told me not to watch it.
And did you watch it?
I did watch it.
Why would you do that to yourself, Paul?
Because I thought it wasn't going to be that bad. Well, you know what? It was. It was awful. The song that plays in it is Gangster's Paradise. And it has now ruined it for me.
I saw a little meme on Twitter today.
A little meme?
Mm-hmm. Jim Carrey been taken into hospital for severe back pain after having to carry the entire Sonic movie.
Oh, that's good. So good. I also dislike the Nike product placement. You know, it's the one shoe that he doesn't burn through.
It's just a bit dumb, isn't it? I mean, have they checked the science out on that?
Really? That's your qualm with it?
Yeah.
As opposed to Sonic not looking like actual Sonic. Why don't they just, like, make him...
Sonic does look like a horror villain.
He does.
He looks like a character out of my nightmares, but that's fine.
The only reason why I'd watch that film is to watch more interactions between Jim Carrey and people who try to take their job seriously.
And James Marsden and CGI animals.
Yeah.
So a little reference to Hop.
Indeed, there was.
There. Yeah. Which is one of the few films I've seen in the cinema multiple times.
Yeah.
It is.
Do you know the army man that he has
It's Neil McDonough.
Yeah, he's in Red.
He's
Red 2.
He's Dum Dum Dugan in Captain America, the first Avenger, and also Agent Carter.
Yeah.
And he was also the bad guy in season 4 of Arrow, and then I think he shows up a couple more times in the Arrowverse.
He's a bad guy in Red 2, which is perhaps the best DC EU film.
Not a DCEU film.
Well, it's DC Comics.
Yeah, but the DCEU, or Worlds of DC, is a Man of Steel. It's this.
Don't care. I'm going to class it as one so they have at least one saving grace.
They've got Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and Shazam.
At least one more saving grace.
Okay. So it tips it, so there's more films that you do like than don't.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on Man of Steel? Jesus. He's Jesus.
Good concept.
Jesus.
Good concept. Crap execution.
Yeah, fair enough. Hey, what if we did The Dark Knight, but with Superman?
Yay! No chance.
Oh wait, no one like it.
Yeah, because Superman's meant to be the paragon of humanity, or paragon of good.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, oh, it's Dark Knight him, but that's not how Superman... Anyway, back to the point. Endgame.
That's literally all we have else to talk about the other stuff this week, isn't it?
Yeah.
We don't care about the Sonic trailer. We're not seeing it.
Okay, so...
I mean, we're seeing Dark Phoenix for this damn podcast, but I will not I will not go watch Sonic.
I'm not watching Sonic. You can't make me. Right, so Endgame.
First of all, non-spoiler review. Go and watch it. All right, now we're doing spoilers.
Okay.
If you want our spoiler-free thoughts, we did a MasterCast mini a couple of days ago. Just go watch that. Yeah. We're not doing non-spoilers here.
Yeah, it's too much effort.
We're just going to go full spoilers. So if you haven't seen the film, I mean, unless you are my sister who hasn't seen it yet and has a reasonable excuse, what the hell are you even doing with your life?
Yeah. It's like that Make Out Movies advert. If you're only watching one film this year, what are you doing? Watch it twice. We watched it twice.
Yeah, and I'm not a guy who watches films in the cinema multiple times, but we did both times in each other's company. The first time with a couple of mates, and then the second time was yesterday, and it was just us two.
Yeah,
and you tried to talk to me throughout the entire film.
Yeah,
and I just waited to watch it again. And
I did watch it.
Okay.
Fine. Okay. So.
I think I am glad I watched it again though, just to probably kind of clarify my thoughts.
This isn't a spoiler as such, but its opening weekend made how much?
Its opening weekend it made $1 billion. It made 1.2 billion, I think.
That is incredible. That makes it the highest ever opening.
Film,
and I believe it's sitting at number 8 in terms of total revenue.
Yeah, at the moment, 5 days. In 5 days. It has made worldwide $1.48 billion.
Oh my god.
427 million of that is domestic, which is just America.
Just America? God damn it.
Opening weekend domestic, it made 357, which is a lot for, opening weekend.
Jesus wept. That is... This film is insane. Okay? Yeah. Let's just put it out there. General thoughts of this film, because that's what we're going to open with.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think it is a film that only works with the 11 years and 21 films made
prior to it. Yes.
It doesn't stand on its own as a film. It's not even like Infinity War sort of does.
Yeah.
You might have a bit of if you've never seen an MCU film, you might have a bit of a hard time understanding Infinity War, but you could piece it together. Endgame, no, it takes no prisoners. It doesn't need to because it's made $1 billion in like 2 days.
It's completely reliant upon the rest of the MCU, but it's not so much as this is a crutch and this is the end of it. It's more like you are
it's not like a film that relies on fan service and stuff to a detriment. Like I don't view it as something that should have to stand alone and as its own piece of cinema. I mean, for Christ's sake, it's a culmination of this 11-year.
I mean, for Christ's sake, it's a part 2 to a film that was the culmination, and at the bare minimum, you need to watch Infinity War.
Yeah.
And to understand it even better, you need to watch all of the MCU.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking the other day about what we thought were some of the essentials for because my sister's only seen it this weekend as this goes out.
We established that it was
The ones we thought... Well, it depends on if you're looking for plot or character. And we said for, like, plot... you said all the Avengers films. I said Iron Man. Potentially Thor the Dark World, but probably not really. Winter Soldier, Civil War.
Doctor Strange?
Maybe. Guardians of the Galaxy 1, I think.
Yeah.
Just like literally Ant-Man and the Wasp, I think, maybe. Or maybe the first Ant-Man and then try and catch the post-credit scene if you can.
Maybe second Ant-Man as opposed to that, because Quantum Realm.
Yeah. Either way, just watch all of them if you can.
You're not doing any harm by watching all of them.
But the thing is, like, it's at a point where it doesn't even matter. It doesn't need to cater to... Even though, like, Thor gives a rundown of the Dark World, so you don't need to... So I didn't tell my sister to watch the Dark... Because that's the one film I actively told her to avoid watching.
Yeah, because it really doesn't...
Because it's just boring.
Yeah.
And Thor gives a rundown of the Dark World in Endgame, so you don't need it.
Yeah, but... what is it? The Dark World is... I'm tempted to say the last film in which we see Asgard in its full and proper glory.
Yeah, I guess. Because it does get destroyed in Ragnarok.
It does.
And Loki's
you go back there, but
made it gone to shit. I suppose, but you also see it in Endgame, so like...
Also, Frigg's death, which is kind of an important character moment for Thor, which he delves upon in this film. So, really, with this film, it sort of made Thor the Dark World more important than most of the rest of the MCU.
Well, it was already more important because it was one of the ones where it had an Infinity Stone, and it was the only appearance of the Infinity. It wasn't like it had the Tesseract in it.
Yeah,
like that's the only other appearance of the Reality Stone other than Infinity War and Endgame, obviously.
Yeah. So there's that important bit about it. So just general thought, it's just such... As MCU fans and as people who've managed to be alive at the same time as this and grow up with this, it is. My God.
Yeah. Although I didn't, I only joined around about past the Avengers, I think. I believe it was Christmas 2012 when I got because you can see I have the set of the original 6.
Yeah.
Of Phase 1.
I have none of them on DVD.
And I watched them all, and then the first one I watched in the cinema was Guardians of the Galaxy, and then I'd seen them all by the time Age of Ultron rolled around. And by that point I was like proper invested. Yeah,
so the first one I watched was Iron Man 2. So I was pretty much just before it really picked up a lot of steam.
Yeah.
So that... And it's just such a good film. Just everything.
Yeah,
so good.
I think when you really start to pick it apart, it does sort of fall apart a little bit.
But
but it's weird because the thing that gets people into the Marvel films now is not the spectacle, it's the character moments. Yeah. But this film's spectacle is so good, you kind of, and it's got really good character moments as well. So like the plot holes, the inconsistencies and the especially because it's a time travel movie.
Yeah.
You can kind of forgive those and kind of do a bit of hand waving.
Yeah.
And like ultimately this isn't meant to be seen as something on its own. Like this is I mean I said last week that Spider-Man Homecoming was the most MCU movie.
But this is the
most MCU movie.
Oh my God.
But it has every right to be.
Yeah, it deserves to.
It's a celebration of the MCU. And it's, I genuinely believe it will become the highest grossing film of all time.
Yeah.
And it will stand as testament as to what the MCU has achieved. Like, regardless of whether or not you see it as just big dumb blockbusters and not, like, real cinema.
No, but it is real cinema. Because
it's not art house cinema. It's not real cinema. It's just blockbusters. But you cannot deny the effect that the Marvel Cinematic Universe has had on
cinema.
The cinema industry. You just can't. It will go down in history.
What's a film series? Let's put it like that. A film series, because it is a series.
Yeah.
What's a series of films that have come close to holding...
Harry Potter is probably the closest.
8 films.
Star Wars, maybe, but that's only like 10 at the moment.
I mean, you could argue that purely because of how long some of them are, maybe the Lord of the Rings lot. But then again, that story was already written.
Yeah.
Same with Harry Potter.
Yeah.
That was already written. The MCU,
Star Wars was like 30 years apart.
Yeah.
This
MCU has
like 15 years apart.
This MCU has just churned out all of these films.
Yeah, and like to have such a base level, like a quality, and like they're all
good.
Like, I would happily put on any of these films and watch them.
Yeah.
You know, really, even Thor: The Dark World, I'd watch it.
Yeah.
I might be a little bit bored, and I might be a little bit underwhelmed. But, like, could you imagine, like, 15 years ago, like, in the early 2000s, if we got Thor: The Dark World, we'd be so grateful of it.
Yeah.
If we got Ant-Man and the Wasp, like, 15 years ago, it would be, like, the best thing ever. And now we're at a point where, it was a bit rubbish, that one.
Well, to be honest, that's purely because of the calibre of the films that came before it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only reason why. And the calibre of the films that came after it. That was just like the one dip in, just go, oh, sorry guys.
Still pretty good, though.
Still pretty good.
I still enjoy Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I like it a lot more. Some of the ones that came after.
Yeah.
Hint to our MCU ranking video.
Ooh.
Tasty. So, you said that in this point there wasn't as many character moments. But that doesn't mean there weren't a lot of characters.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not... I wasn't saying that... No, I'm saying that there was... Like, this character... obviously, the action in the MCU was always really great, but as opposed to, like, when superhero films first kind of started out, like, these aren't Mission Impossible.
No.
Where you go for the action.
Yes.
People don't go to Marvel films for the action. They enjoy it, but they go because of the characters.
They do.
And in this as well, you know, the first like hour of this is pretty much just all character stuff. It's really good.
Yes.
But that point was me just saying that the spectacle in this is really good as well, even though that's not what people go for.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to say that there isn't spectacle in MCU films, but...
Yes,
yes, I see that you were trying to segue on to talking about the characters.
I was going to actually.
Yes.
So, OG6.
The original, yeah.
OG6.
Anyone you want to start in? I mean, I guess we have to start with Iron Man.
We do have to start with Iron Man.
Because obviously he dies.
He dies. Yeah. We did say no spoilers before, so... Well, we did say spoilers before. So, this is spoiler. He dies. This is Iron Man's
Iron Man
last
dies,
film.
Captain America gets old and retired, Thor is fat, Banner becomes Professor Hulk, Widow also dies, and Hawkeye...
is going to pass on the mantle.
Is there.
Oh, come on.
There's nothing really to spoil about him, though. Major, is there?
No, but he's going to pass on the
No one tells him that haircut was a bad idea.
No one does.
No one does.
Probably because...
There's only one action scene. There's only like one sequence with him as Ronin.
But it's a good one. And you don't see most of it, but...
Yeah, but there's only one Ronin sequence and then he's just Hawkeye for the rest of it.
But he does wear some of the Ronin gear.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, so we're going to start with Iron Man. He begins this film basically dying on the ship.
Yeah, on the Benatar.
With the Blue Meanie,
Nebula.
He teaches her how to play sort of like a...
Like paper football or something?
Yeah, something like that. Paper American football, like rugby type of thing. Flick a triangle over the bar at one point. Whatever, he loses.
Yeah, and I think, rewatching that, I think Karen Gillan put so much into Nebula, just a little ticks.
Yeah.
The fact that he goes to, you won, and like she like gets taken aback, because we know that her fights with Nebula, she's never won.
Yeah,
she doesn't know what it's like to win at something. And so she wins this little game, and to her, that's like the greatest thing ever. She doesn't know how to process it, and you can see it in her performance.
You can.
And like watching it the second time, I was like, oh, that is so good. Like Karen Gillan is like you genuinely do forget that that's a real person under there.
You really do.
She perfectly embodies a cyborg assassin lady
who's a bit unhinged.
Yeah, who's a bit sadistic and mental.
So there's all that, and then he curls up to go to sleep. The meaningful message that's in all the trailers.
Yeah,
that he sends to Pepper. I like the little like thingy where he tries to put a little quip in, just like don't put it on social media.
Yeah, of course, in classic Tony style. I think they kind of CGI'd him a little bit to be a bit thinner.
Yeah, and all that. So that happens, and he curls up to go and sleep.
Yeah,
and
we realised that on the second watch that they play his funeral theme. It's called The Real Hero, I think, that theme, and they play it at the start. And I was just like, holy shit, that's the funeral theme.
But it's slowed down, isn't it?
No, I don't think it's any different.
Or is it just
But
quieter?
I think it's just a bit quieter. I think it's
Not
mostly
as powerful.
because in the actual funeral it's got like the kind of muted version and then the full blown,
Yeah.
more orchestral version of it.
So he kills up to go to sleep and potentially his last night ever.
Yeah.
Before
He's kind of accepting of death, isn't
yeah.
he?
So he curls up on the floor. Nebula puts him in the chair as like a nice comfort position. She's like, oh, she's softening up now.
Yeah, because it's implied that she will survive past him.
Yeah.
Because she lets him have the food. And
because she's more reliant on her cyborg parts.
Yeah, and also she's just an alien anyway, so she might just be able to survive longer without food.
But then, out of nowhere,
is the big SJW herself,
Bree Danvers.
Bree, Captain Carol, but no one ever calls her Captain Marvel Danvers.
Yeah. Whatever. I mean, it's fine. But
Are you just going to go through the plot of all the characters in the film to get this to an hour and a half? Is that what's going on?
Well, I could do that.
And then in the next scene,
No,
they
then-
arrive back on Earth, and Tony
she
gives Pepper a big...
she carries the Benetel back to Earth. They land, people go out and greet them. Tony comes back.
He has a bit of a mental breakdown, doesn't he?
Oh, he has such a breakdown, and it's...
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit... No, because he's like, oh, we lost Cap and you weren't there. And it's like, well, I mean, he was on Wakanda and he was fighting him. So, like, he was there. Even when you saw the big ship, you should have called him anyway. Like, it was your own fault for where you, like, called Cap. And then you stalled and you were like, oh, well, we fell out.
Well, I like it how he says... one of the first things he says to Steve is just, I lost.
Yeah.
And then Steve just goes, I lost too.
I think the first thing he says is, I lost the kid, isn't he?
No, I think it's...
No, he says, I lost the kid. He definitely says, I lost the kid.
He does say I lost the kid. And then Steve's just like... Fuck.
Yeah, we lost as well.
Yeah. But I don't think Tony realises that after Thanos left them, he went to go and fight the rest of them.
Mm.
And Cap actually tried to 1v1 him. Mm. So he doesn't know.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he didn't... Well, you know.
But then Tony has perhaps one of the most powerful breakdowns on screen ever.
Yeah.
And I was just looking through it.
Really good. He looks so gaunt and like...
This is...
Like, he's been through a lot of shit.
It's a broken man.
Yeah.
It's such a broken man. He's lost all the heroism. He's lost his witty remarks.
Yeah.
His snark. It's just a shell of a man. And then he just has like a seizure.
Yeah, there's a bit... Although that scene is a little bit awkward because he basically just pulls out the script from Age of Ultron and reads an excerpt from the scene in the first act.
Yeah. But
you said, if I just read this here, we'll do that together too. Well, we lost and you weren't there. That's what it says in the script.
Well, to be honest, I think that was... I didn't really notice that as more of a reading from Age of Ultron. I know Sam was like...
Oh no, that's just me being an asshole.
This is what he's been dwelling on.
Yeah.
The entire time, just like Cap wasn't fucking there. We needed him, we lost.
Even though it was his idea to take the Q ship to Titan anyway, rather than just go back to Earth and regroup with the rest of the Avengers.
Oh, just silly decisions, but whatever, we're getting picky. This is Tony, Mr. Ego Man.
Yeah. So and then the next time we see Tony, because we're going to come on to the other characters, don't worry, Paul. At the moment, we're just focusing on Iron Man.
The next time we see Tony, he's...
5 years later, with a little daughter.
Yeah, called Morgan.
As soon as he walked out of that farmhouse, I was like, he's got a daughter. Well, he's got a child. I was like, he's got a child. He 100% got a child.
He has started fresh, and he's actually moved on from it.
Yeah.
And he's got a little daughter, and she's adorable. Everything she does is adorable. That daughter is just adorable.
Yeah.
Got to think, though, did Happy look after her in the last battle, though?
Yeah, he will do.
Because
Happy should have come and... beat up one guy and then look to see Black Widow, who had taken down a whole hallway of them.
Oh, wait,
That's a nice little callback. Oh, Black Widow's dead. Anyway.
Right, so Tony's got a daughter. He's building the rescue suit for Pepper.
Yeah, for her birthday.
That was pretty.
But then she just has it in the next day anyway.
It's pretty. Oh, he's built the rescue suit at this point.
Oh well, how long does this movie take place over?
I don't know.
Because because it's weird because like the first hour of it takes place over like a couple of weeks at least. Like it takes them a while to get all the time travel stuff ready. But then like the next 2 hours of it, like the whole heist thing takes place over 5 seconds.
Yeah. Oh shit, it does, doesn't it?
Yep.
Oh my god. It takes place for 5 seconds in their universe time.
Yeah.
And then
for them, just however long it takes.
And then there's that, like...
But they must have stayed in 2012 Avengers for a while because they arrive when they're at the circle shot, obviously. Because they weren't going to not show that shot again. If you're going to go back to the Avengers, one does not simply not show the most famous shot in the entire MCU.
Yeah.
You just don't do it.
No.
But then they finish up with them all posing at Loki.
Make fun of
which
it.
It's another great shot.
It's great. So good. They just go through all the really good shots and then... just... Iron Man's just... In this is just so good. I mean, when RDJ is doing Tony Stark from the 2012 Avengers...
Yeah.
He is Tony Stark from 2012. He's still the snarky man.
Yeah.
But then when he's back to his original one... Well, I say original one. Back to the current one.
2023.
He's still a bit broken.
Yeah.
He's still a bit broken.
Oh, he just gets it.
RDJ will never be replaced.
What did you think of Tony Stark's death then?
Where he goes, I am Iron Man.
Yeah. I think it was a weird reading. I mean, the way he delivered it was just the fact that he went, I am Iron Man, rather than, and I am Iron Man. I don't know. That's a little nitpick for me because
the line
because I mean the callback you still get it and it's still like, oh yeah, it's the most famous line in the entire MCU.
Well, how does he deliver it in the first one? I am Iron Man.
The first one is the truth is I am Iron Man.
And Thanos delivers his line of I am inevitable.
Bang! Oh wait, nothing happened.
Even
though I like watching it back, he definitely sees that there's no way he looks at his thumb and should be able to see that there's.
He looks at it like that.
Yeah, no, he looks at it like that,
no,
and then turns it.
But
he should have.
Thumb.
Yeah, he should have seen that there wasn't one on the thumb.
But does he look at it? How does he look like?
I think he looks at it at an angle, but it's kind of at an angle. But he should have seen that there's not one on the thumb.
To be honest, I didn't think he was anticipating anything because as far as he was away, it's just a go.
Yeah, I guess so.
So there's that. It's pretty good.
I think, like, considering that in this film, although we're talking about Thanos later, it's on our list of in the order of things we're going to try and talk about.
His death's powerful, man.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that before watching it the first time. Unfortunately,
I did cry at this film, and I think I did cry at this as well.
I didn't cry at this film. I thought I might do the second time, but I didn't.
I didn't cry second time, but I
don't cry too much at films, but
this is the first film.
But I'm not gonna lie. The heartbreaking bit of this film for me was when the Avengers compound gets hit by Thanos' ship the first time, and then Rocket's stuck under rubble, and he's like, I can't breathe, and I was like, oh no!
So, kind of like in Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah, but because it's Rocket Raccoon and he's the best character. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's not an annoying teenager.
Okay.
He makes dumb decisions.
Stop it.
I'm just saying, man.
Right. Okay. So that's just his death, man. It's just so. And then the callback to "I Love You 3000."
Oof.
Oh.
Oof.
Because one of the last.
I mean that little message he does. That's directly to the audience. It's literally just going, well, this film was a celebration of the past 11 years. I hope you enjoyed it.
If you told me 10 years ago that there were aliens...
If you told me 10 years ago that we would have made a franchise this big and be the most successful studio in Hollywood, I wouldn't have believed you, but here we are.
It's just so mental.
It's really, really good.
Just so insane. So good.
Captain America, do you have anything to say particularly about him?
I missed the beard.
What did you think to Cap? I mean, apart from the time travel issues in terms of the way they present time travel in this film and the fact that Cap is then old at the end of it, and he's there.
And
Apart from the fact
Hydra.
that kind of doesn't really make sense at all.
And the Hydra thing.
Oh, when he hails... When they go back to 2012 Avengers and he gets on that elevator, and it's obviously a callback to the elevator scene from Winter Soldier, how does he know who Rumlow is? He's not a member of S.H.I.E.L.D. at that point, right? In the Avengers, he's just on his own, and Fury recruits him because he encountered the Tesseract in the 40s, but he's not a member of S.H.I.E.L.D. So how does he know Rumlow?
Could chalk it down to
second name basis.
Could just chalk it down to time on S.H.I.E.L.D. Helicarrier.
I guess, but that's still...
Because, how Maria Hill is a top-level agent,
yeah,
along with Sitwell, Coulson, and then above them is Nick Fury.
Yeah, Sitwell I get.
I think on...
Rumlow was the leader of the strike team.
The strike team?
The S.H.I.E.L.D. strike team.
Which did what?
They were the Black Ops S.H.I.E.L.D. team type thing. So the silver and the silver cap suit, the Winter Soldier suit.
Yeah.
That's his strike suit, S.H.I.E.L.D. strike suit.
Yeah, so
that's when he's on the strike team, and Rumlow is, I think, in charge of the strike team.
So logic would dictate that he's either on the same level as Hill or just a tier below. So
I think he's a tier below.
So at some point on some director meeting at the table, he would have been there.
Maybe, yeah, he probably would have. But I just think, on a named basis, Cap wouldn't have known. It is a nitpick. It is a nitpick.
He does just go Cap, and then he goes, "Oh no." So
yeah,
it's just they must have had an interaction.
I guess.
So,
but it's because retroactively fitting Hydra into the events of the Avengers, I have absolutely no problem with, especially if you're going to bring back Robert Redford.
As opposed to, the whole Hydra thing in that scene, I have no qualms with him knowing Rumlow's name.
Do you have a problem with him saying Hail Hydra?
Yes, because I want to know how to fucking fix it. I want to know how it doesn't cock up the Winter Soldier.
Because that's not how time travel works.
I know it's not how time travel works, but it's really annoying me. I want the exact scenario.
Shut up, Paul. It's just a reference to when they made him say it in the comics a couple of years back.
Yeah, I know it is.
Alright?
God. But anyway, in this, Captain America's costumes are fucking fantastic.
No, that is America's ass.
That's a great line in this film. His battle outfit at the end. Oh.
Yeah.
He
Listen, all I want, I would have appreciated some white on the
dog.
That's my dog. Let me just pause this for a moment while I let my dog out. Well, never mind that. My father had sorted it.
So your qualms was the white on the costume.
Oh yeah, I just want some white on his arms, like in the Age of Ultron costume. That's all I want. I don't know why they got rid of that. Age of Ultron costume. The Age of Ultron costume is the best cap. It's the best cap suit. It just is. Yeah. Don't at me. All do. At the _master_cast.
At MasterCast official on Instagram as well. Anyway,
you're very welcome.
The shield gets broken, man.
When Captain America breaks his mighty shield, he'll just go back in time and get another one. The end.
Well, it doesn't break it, it gets cut in half.
Listen, Paul,
by
alright?
Thanos' ultimate...
We're not all perfect. Thanos' helicopter blade.
His Darth Maul thing.
Yeah.
Do you think they just got Ray Park into motion capture all the spinning lightsaber stuff?
Right, and there's a bit when, he blocks some lasers by, spinning it, unless he has, a motorised wrist. How?
Yes, we'll come on to that later, because I've got another theory about that. Right, okay, so, the shield breaks, but also he picks up Mjolnir.
Oh yeah, that happens.
So, what do you think about that? Because I've met some people, and I've talked to some people, who don't like it.
Well, they can kill themselves.
You like it?
That was quite dark. You don't have to, but, listen, if you don't like that, I feel pity for you, because, that just is designed to bring you all the joy and all the tingly feelings.
So, Thor even said, I knew he could do it.
Yeah, because obviously it's Captain America. Why would he not be worthy? He is the best Avenger.
So, what is your opinion on the whole challenge thing in Age of Ultron? Why could he not lift it then? What's your opinion on that?
Because I've seen a couple of things. Some people think because he was still guilty over knowing about Tony's parents' death. Because personally, the way I like to see it is, if he had really, really tried, he could have lifted it.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't really trying because he doesn't care particularly. He doesn't want to. He's not bothered about being like the most powerful, or like, oh, look at me, I can wield Mjolnir. That's not. He doesn't care about that. And also, but I reckon he could have if he'd really, really tried.
Do you know? My thought is, yeah, he could have picked it up regardless, not even if he really tried. Because you see him, like, and it's pretty much the instant he lays his hands upon it and gets a better grip that he budges it. So I think if he actually just went and picked it up, he could have.
Yeah.
But I think his show of force at the end of his little stint, just an act. Because he doesn't want to pick up Mjolnir. I don't think he wants to, because that's Thor's thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
And he's just like, nah, Thor needs to be as strong as he is. Because, you know, he's leadering. He's trying to be a good leader.
Yeah.
So he's just like, well, I can't just take away the one thing that makes one of this members special.
Yeah.
I can't
It's
take
Captain
that
America. He doesn't want to anyway.
He doesn't care.
He's
just got his shield.
He doesn't care about being the mightiest.
He likes his shield.
He just wants to do what's right.
Yeah.
So he just wants to do whatever he can.
That's what I think, because I think that's actually an intelligent play from him. Just like, no, I'm not picking it up.
Yeah.
But in this last battle, I think desperation does call for it. It's just like, fuck it, give me that.
What do you think to Falcon
taking upon the mantle of...
Yeah. I think it should have been Bucky.
You think it should have?
I did mention this to you yesterday when we rewatched it. I just thought it would, for me, it would make more sense as like Bucky's gone from being his best friend to being his enemy, to being like brainwashed, and like he's kind of been cleared of that. But we've not really had any like there's
no confirmation.
There's
that
no
Bucky
confirmation that is gone and he's fine now. And I think like him getting the mantle of Captain America, that for me would be like he is fully fledged. Like he's not the Winter Soldier anymore. He is Captain America.
See, I would have liked that as well.
But Falcon gets it, and it just feels a little bit unearned.
It feels a tad unearned, but then like you got to think that the friendship between Captain America and Falcon is just pure. They're just bros.
Yeah, but like he was friends with
Bucky as well.
First.
To be honest,
and like the lengths he's gone to for Bucky, like that's the entire point of Civil War.
To be honest, either one of them got it, I'm fine with, because I'm fairly certain both of them happened in the comics at some point.
Yeah, they both happened in the comics.
Yeah.
I think Bucky was first, but...
Yeah. So, I wouldn't have minded seeing the Winter Soldier turn into Captain America. Like, gone full circle. Like, because, let's be honest with you, Bucky was also a super soldier program. Probably designed initially to...
Well, no, he got experimented on by Zola, which gave him, sort of superhuman powers.
Yeah. And then probably Hydra have just gone, alright, okay, let's make the anti-Cap.
Yeah.
And, to be honest...
You say that, but there is, I'm fairly sure there is a comics character known as the anti-Cap. Who's not Bucky Barnes, but that's just me being an asshole. Carry on.
So, yeah, I think it would have been more fitting if Bucky was Captain America after this, but you know what? With Sam being sort of new blood to the MCU,
yeah, I guess
it would spice it up a bit.
I mean, he's not really new blood. He's been here for at least half of it, right? He's been here for 5 years.
I mean more new blood as in, okay, this person is from like this point in the MCU, as opposed to being Bucky and existing for ages.
I guess
in that universe.
All right.
So I'm to be honest, not too bothered. I'll be interested to see if he would keep the Falcon stuff, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
So how the fuck would the wings work?
Paint them.
No, but like he kind of uses his arms with the wings.
Give it to Bucky, and then you're all sorted.
Hey, exactly. There we go. Also, you could just redesign the star.
Yeah.
And just have the Captain America logo on his arm. Anyway. No qualms with it. It's fine.
I mean...
If they don't fuck it
Cap
up...
getting his dance with Peggy...
yes. But the whole time travel thing is a bit iffy.
Yeah. But I don't care because he got his dance with Peggy.
Don't care. That's great. That's the ending that's the ending to Captain America that I'm sure everybody wanted. Because I don't think nobody has a qualm with him just getting his dance with Peggy. Because, oh my god, you guys...
I think there would have been a way to do that where he goes into the thing, he doesn't come back.
Yeah.
And Sam's like, get him back. And instead of him being sat on a bench, which would mess with... As much as it is nice to see him take on the mantle, give Sam the shield and stuff and be like, it's yours.
Yeah.
I think maybe if Bucky was like... Because when watching it back, we were like, he knows. Bucky knows he's not coming back. So I think if Bucky's like, Sam, he's not coming back. And there's a new shield. Because they have T'Challa and they have vibranium.
Hang on. Why don't they do a thing from the comics where Captain ends up getting his holographic shield? Well, I say holographic, but it's more like an energy shield. Because it's in the...
Because that's silly.
Come on, Iron Man has the energy shield.
Yeah, fair enough. But the Cap shield's iconic. If there's like a new shield made out of vibranium, they've made it again. Maybe you can change it a little bit if you want. It's not too much though, because it's bloody iconic. And there's a note with it to Sam from Steve, and then it cuts to him dancing with Peggy.
Yeah.
And it's like he's in an alternate... He's changed the timeline a bit. He's now in like his own reality where he lives out his life with Peggy. That would have worked. I mean, maybe it would have been a little bit less impact because you don't get Steve
as an old man
there. But, you know,
it'll do.
You don't have Clint Eastwood on a bench.
Yeah.
It was. I think that would still work, and then you wouldn't mess with your own time travel rules.
That was Evans, though, wasn't it?
That was Evans. But it looked like Clint Eastwood on a bench.
Yeah. From behind, definitely.
Even the face.
A little bit, but Clint Eastwood is more like leather than man.
I guess, yeah.
So, next...
Thor.
Fat Thor. As it turns to... what you showed me before that tweet...
Yeah.
I think that's actually shredded new cat light on it, and I'm just...
Has that kind of changed your mind?
That has changed my mind.
Well, yeah, because... So you said you just wanted him when he lightning himself and he thawed up at the end... You wanted him to go back to being shredded Chris Hemsworth.
I didn't necessarily want the exact same Chris Hemsworth. I wanted a bigger Chris Hemsworth.
You just didn't want the beer belly.
I didn't want the beer belly.
So I showed you a tweet.
Which was about
because I think it was basically a response to some people saying that what they did with Thor in Endgame was fat shaming, and they were saying it would have been fat shaming if when in the final battle he got his lightning powers and he'd gone back to being shredded Chris Hemsworth. Because it was not his problem. His beer belly and him being fat was just... That wasn't the point. That was a visual gag.
That was his broken state.
So there's a visual... That's just a visual representation of it. But it's basically there just for the visual gag at the start. Because then he's clothed and you don't really get a sense that he's massively fat. He's just obviously not... Ripped.
As he normally is.
Even though he's obviously still shredded underneath that belly.
Yeah, because you see his arms.
Yeah, his arms
they are still massive.
But after he's clothed, you don't really get this. It's not like, look how fat he is. You know, it's not overdone. It's just for that first visual gag.
Yeah.
And then he gets Thor, but he's still a good fighter, and he's still strong, and his whole thing was about self-doubt and... Yeah. Not feeling worthy because he failed to stop Thanos.
Yeah. I mean, once that put into light, then I'm completely fine with it. It's it's his whole thing about the way his physical appearance is. It's literally him dealing with alcoholism and self-doubt.
Yeah, I can understand why it is a little bit, fat. It is a bit awkward to have him, but
come on, you can't argue that the character of Thor in this has perhaps been one of the most interesting takes on a character.
Yeah.
Due to a certain event.
Yeah.
I'm going to compare it to say when Iron Man... Well, when Tony Stark figured out he'd been selling weapons to the wrong side without his knowledge. Like, what he does from that point onwards. Like, Thor finally killing Thanos. What does he do? He just breaks.
Yeah, because he kills him, but it's too late. It doesn't matter. It's not... Yeah. He didn't stop him.
Thor in
he
this...
killed him out of anger.
Thor in this is broken. He's a broken man.
And he wanted revenge and he didn't get it, and his revenge clouded him. And like when Thanos was like, he should have gone for their head, it really got to him.
Yeah.
And it's like, so the first time we watched it, he decapitates him. And then they're like, what did you do? And he goes, I went for the head. And like, the first time we saw it in our theatre, people laughed at that. Because it was like, oh, it's kind of a joke, it's a reference. But it's not. Like, that's not... I don't think that is supposed to be played off as a joke. That's very much like, I did what he said, but it's too late. It doesn't matter now.
Yeah.
I can't stop him.
Thor's
can't undo what he
Thor's
did.
just broken.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I kind of love it.
But it looks like he's joining the Guardians of the Galaxy now.
As Guardians of the Galaxy.
I hope they don't... as much as people are like they should retitle Guardians of the Galaxy. No, they shouldn't.
No, they shouldn't. It's Guardians of the Galaxy. It's just they've got an Asgardian now.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. It's just keep it like that, please. Don't retitle it.
Do you think Adam Warlock's going to be in that? I know it's sidetracking, but do you think he's going to be in it?
Absolutely. There's no way they set him up in the post-credit scene. I mean, I expected him to be in Guardians 3 as opposed to Infinity War or Endgame, even when Guardians 2 came out. Because everyone was like, oh, he's going to be in because he was in the comics, but that's not how it works.
No.
That's not how the MCU really works.
No, you don't. You don't introduce a character
I think especially after Civil War, if you've not learned by now, that they don't just adapt comics word for word.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely the case with Infinity War.
Yeah.
Because...
It's more like Infinity than Infinity War.
It's not more like Infinity than Infinity War. Please don't get started on that, because I absolutely adore Infinity.
But it's more like Infinity Gauntlet then?
Yes.
But it's more like one of the other Infinity comics than Infinity War.
Yes.
Yes.
It's not like Infinity War. It's not like Infinity. It's a different Infinity
Okay,
story.
I'm sorry, Paul. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's just when people...
Are you okay? You alright now?
I'm going to have tea.
You have some tea. And calm down. Let's talk about Professor Hulk.
Black Widow definitely fucked him when he was like that.
Oh yeah, no, she did.
110%.
Oh yeah. I mean, you mentioned that and we watched it, and she totally did. She totally took that Hulk dick.
She has so fucked the Hulk. Even though Professor Hulk, I think he's smaller than normal.
He's definitely small. Yeah, but I am absolutely fine with that. I think I think then it's more of a mix. Yeah. He's definitely smaller, but I have no problem with that.
He's definitely smaller. He's about the same size as Korg.
Yeah.
Which is still physically imposing.
Still physically bigger than most, but he's not like 9 feet Hulk. He's more like, 7.5 feet.
Yeah.
7.5.
Pushing 8.
Yeah.
Pushing 8.
8, but like 8 max.
Yeah.
Whereas the Hulk is like 9-10 feet.
Yeah.
Hulk is like massive.
Huge. So big.
I think the mocap work on Professor Hulk is better than the mocap work on Thanos in Infinity War.
Ooh.
Like like Thanos is nuanced, but the Hulk is Mark Ruffalo. It's just a little bit bigger Mark Ruffalo. And he happens to be green, but that's
the greying at the temples.
The greying at the like just the little ticks, just what he does with his upper lip, the way that moves. It's so good.
The scene
and
in the
there's
diner?
even rewatching Infinity War. Thanos, to me, like the lip, the voice and the way it sinks to the lips. I think if you really look hard at it, you can tell that it's kind of that they're not real. Even though it's motion captured, that's not real lips moving. With Hulk, Professor Hulk in this. It's so flawless. It is incredible.
Professor Hulk in this is just a testament to this effects in this film. Because, my God, so good. So good. The character. What did you think of the character and the fact that he's intelligent?
I think so. Like in the past couple of films, they've definitely made Banner at least more comedic. Since Ragnarok, he's been a bit more of the jokey character, and. It's weird because Ruffalo, especially in like Ragnarok, he can't keep up with the other comedic guys. He's fine, he's good, but he can't. He's not on the same level.
He's a lot less awkward than he used to be.
Yeah, he's really, really good. He's like gained a load of self-confidence, which is understandable. He is a bit funnier, but he's also he also like uses his imposing Hulkness to his advantage. Like when Thor like grabs him and he's just like, "Please take your hand off me," because he knows he could take Thor, especially with a beer belly.
To be honest with you, I thought more that one is just that Banner can feel the Hulk rage coming and he's just like, "Get off."
Yeah,
I don't want to have.
I think it was a little bit kind of abrupt the way it just. We meet him and he's Professor Hulk, and there's a bit like, oh, I spent some months in a gamma lab. 18 months in a gamma lab, and here I am. I've merged, and I have. Although I'm not really sure how you're supposed to explain that.
Professor Hulk. Because I'm fairly certain.
He's definitely sticking around. I would love to see more of Professor Hulk.
I'm fairly certain in the comics, Professor Hulk only comes around because, as is said in the film, Banner stops looking as Hulk, as the problem, more as the answer, and that's the only reason why the two can coexist.
But does Hulk have to also stop looking at Banner as a problem?
Yeah, because Hulk hates Banner.
Hulk sees Banner as like weak and pathetic, doesn't he?
Yeah, but I'm fairly certain the Hulk is a very simple-minded creature, and I think he only sees it like that because Banner sees him as just a big dumb monster.
I guess.
So I'm fairly certain once.
I think
it's like more of the respect between the two of them because there isn't any to begin with.
Yeah.
But I think once Banner started just going, hang on, Hulk, you're actually pretty useful and you're pretty good, and then Hulk would just go,
and especially
Banner is okay.
Especially if he's like, if I can take the power of the Hulk and not use it to be destructive and
treat Hulk like a human.
Yeah.
Then
I think maybe I would have liked a little bit more of the Hulk's personality to show through, but I mean I don't really know how you do that particularly.
That's a good point. I mean, like maybe in the battle, he just hulks the fuck out.
Yeah, he gets a bit more Hulk, but also he's buggered his arm at that point.
He does. I like how he still goes into fight though.
Yeah.
Just
so Black Widow dies in this.
Oh God damn it! That was some pretty powerful stuff there. I think that only really works because of Hawkeye.
I don't know how successful I found that scene. I think because she's got a solo film coming up, so it's like it's not like if she'd already had a solo film at this point, I'd be like, okay, that's the end of Black Widow. But it's not. Like, Scarlett Johansson is coming back. She's even a producer on this, on Black Widow. So it will almost definitely be a prequel, although I hope we don't see Budapest. I really just never want to see Budapest.
No, I didn't.
And I think if any studio will learn from the don't show audiences things they never asked to be shown in a prequel sense, it'll be Marvel. So please do not give us Budapest. I don't care.
And that being
I don't want to know.
That being a reference to what?
Solo.
Just Solo.
So yes, just Solo. Han Solo.
Yeah, because I mean, no one wants to see
the
Budapest.
Mummy.
Oh yeah.
Just shoving stuff down.
There's
probably others.
If they show Budapest, then I think it'll sour everyone's opinion of it. Because I like the fact that how Budapest was so nebulous. It was just like, yeah, that's not how I remember it, and I don't want to see them.
You and I remember Budapest
very differently.
Yeah.
I love it how she's kind of gone into the leaderish role and she's always concerned about everything.
Yeah.
Towards the beginning. Like, she asks Okoye, well, what are we doing about it? It's an earthquake under the sea. We deal with it.
By not dealing with it.
By not calm the fuck down.
I think she's had a really strong character growth throughout the time, even more so than, like, Steve or Tony.
It's because now she's figured out
she's
doing the right thing.
And it's less jarring than, like, Thor, who is more or less the same up until Age of Ultron and then is different from Ragnarok onwards, I feel. It's kind of...
It's with Black Widow. It's now that she's finally figured out. Okay, this is the side of the good people. This is the good stuff.
Yeah, and this is what I want to be doing with my life.
Yeah, I've got no problems with that.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. Scarlett Johansson.
Oh my god,
she's great.
Give me a minute while I let my dog out.
So it's just good to see that with Scarlett Johansson's great in it.
Yeah, she's really nailed that.
I dare say she stepped into more of the definite. This is the intelligence of the entire operation. It's just so good, and of course she died in a very powerful scene. And just
yeah, and then Hawkeye, the last of the original 6.
Who's oddly enough the first person.
The coldest open to a movie. Like the first shot when you see him on the farm, the first time I saw it, I was like, "Oh no, they didn't!
No,
they didn't start with killing all his family.
Because
oh no!
Because let's face it, the minute everyone saw Hawkeye become Ronin, everyone was just like,
even in the trailer,
his family. Dead.
Apart from the fact that in the first trailer, like as Cap says, we lost family, it shows Hawkeye as Ronin.
Yeah.
So it's basically saying, "Yep, he loses all his family."
And then it opens on Hawkeye's family.
With him just with all his family, and you're like, no, that's not fair. And then they just go, and he doesn't even see them go.
Well, he doesn't see any of them go.
They just disappear. He doesn't know how. They
His
just
daughter
did.
goes to get an arrow, and he talks to his wife.
Yeah.
And then when he goes back to check on his daughter, she's
Although
gone.
how his wife doesn't see his daughter disappear, considering she's like looking at him.
But I'm fairly certain she just turns back.
She's looking at, but you know, the impact of it still lands.
And they all get dusted, and he's so broken. And then, what the next bit we hear about him?
War Machine is like, yeah, he's been killing people for like the past 5 years,
and he's just absolutely decimated a cartel.
Yep.
And Brody being the like Lieutenant Air Force Colonel, whatever the fuck he is, and being like probably seen some dead people over his time, killed some people himself more than likely, and he's just goes, I don't even want to find him. Yeah, and it's just like, holy shit, Clint is unhinged, because that's what I like to think of it more as. It's just like, well, what does he do? He's a broken man. Because this literally starts off with just broken people. Yeah. And let's put it like this. Like, when Loki sort of mind-controlled Hawkeye, we saw how deadly effective he could be. Yeah. But this is him, not under the guise of someone else, this is him being him, and this is the kind of deadly person he is. Like, he takes out the cartel before they even got their guns off. And then we next see him in Tokyo. Yeah, Tokyo, one shot, one long take fight scene. And he just takes on murders the Yakuza, probably. Yeah. And that's what I was looking for. Just let me just get that dog again. So I love it how he's just such a lethal character. Even though he's not like superhuman in any way, except that he just trains a lot. Because it's a pretty, I think it's a pretty like fair motivation where he's like, half of the planet died, a lot of innocent people, and you, who arguably deserved to die, didn't. And you continue to do the things you're doing. Yeah. When everyone is broken, when the world has gone to shit, and I think you should die, so I'm going to kill you, because I've lost everything. I've lost everything. These people might have lost more. They probably lost less, actually. But he's just not standing for it, and he just goes off on a mad rampage, and then the rest of the film, he's just kicking ass. Yeah. Just kicking ass. He kills, 6 Outriders or something? Oh yeah, he takes on, a whole corridor of Outriders, single-handedly. And then, whilst being propelled up in the air by some zipline type thing, holding the Infinity Gauntlet and one-handing a sword, travelling up in the air, he manages to kill about 4 Outriders. Yep. 3 whilst travelling up, and 1 whilst jumping off and slicing it in mid-air. He wasn't even looking at it. What a lad. It's just so good. He also is, the one who's most willing to sacrifice himself in this entire film. Yep. Because, he tests out the quantum realm stuff. Yep. She's pretty good.
Yeah, because he's like, oh, well, I've lost my family, so I've got nothing else to lose.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
And then he goes to Vormir with Black Widow. And to be honest, we should have really seen the signs that Black Widow was going to die there. Because it's her and Hawkeye going, and it's just like, okay, Hawkeye has got nothing left except her. Like, she's got to go. Not him.
Very sad. Yeah, so I think that's... I mean, we're like an hour already, and we've only just talked about the original 6. Should we talk about some other supporting characters?
Supporting characters?
But let's not... I mean, we're not going to go through all of them. We don't have the time.
Just go on.
Do you have any standouts?
Ant-Man.
Well, I was going to start with that one anyway. I would like to commend Paul Rudd for stealing this film.
He does. It's really good.
He totally carries the first half.
He really does.
After the 5 years later, he he's
the one who brings
the
it
best thing.
Yeah.
And like the bit when he's looking for his daughter, and then he just finds her, and she's 5 years older, and she's like now a teenager, and he's like, oh my god.
Let's put it like this. I mean, it did depend on a rat, but whatever.
Oh yeah, but like
Also, someone would have accidentally pressed a button.
The thing is, if Doctor Strange saw 40 million timelines, maybe like a couple million of them went the same way Infinity War did, but only one where a rat pressed a thing to get Ant-Man out. And that was the one that happened.
That's the reason why there's 40 million, is just the rat just pressed the other buttons.
I don't know. Like, that's how I am justifying that.
Mm.
Which I admit is very flimsy, but it's the best I've got.
Whatever, I don't care. Paul Rudd comes back. He's the one who first figures out that time travel may be the way to solve this.
Yeah.
I mean, like, more credit to him. I think he's unintentionally one of the smarter people in the MCU.
And then also, he turns a giant man and punches a Leviathan.
Yeah. I mean, everyone thinks that
both times I saw that made me incredibly giddy. It's the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
Because it's like, he doesn't even, like, flinch at it. He just
he's too big, he's massive. He's like 1,000 feet at this point.
He just swings.
And he just takes it, one punch, and it goes down.
But I still don't think it's got anything on the Hulk punch of the Leviathan.
Maybe not.
Purely because of the fact that he starts that punch as Banner.
Basically.
And by the end of it, he's Hulk. I mean, the Chitauri Leviathan does push him back a bit.
Mm.
But he starts the punch as Banner.
Yeah, I guess.
That's the only reason why it might be better. But also, you can't ignore the giant man. He really is. He's just so big.
He's so big.
He's not the biggest
he's ever been. It's the fact that, that's got to be the biggest he's ever been.
Yeah, because he is fairly...
He has Hulk in his hand as if he's like a little Lego man.
Mm.
He's massive.
He's definitely bigger than he was at the airport fight.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
And he's bigger at the boat than he is in the airport fight.
But he's bigger than at the boat, I think.
And he must be. Because in that one, he's just like using one of his hands to pick up a person.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Whereas, like, he's got them cupped in his hand, and he's got Hulk in there, who's bigger than a normal guy anyway, and War Machine, who's in a bigger War Machine armour, and Rocket as well. Just cupped in his hand, and then they jump out of his hand, and it's massive.
No, just...
And then he punches a Leviathan.
Just... Good on you, Paul Rudd. You just did so well.
You're doing so good.
So good. Any other characters?
Nebula, I guess we have to talk about.
Nebula's good. Actually, not Nebula. Karen Gillan.
She's really good.
She pulls off Change Nebula and OG Nebula.
Yeah.
I think better than RDJ does his ones.
Oof. Yeah.
And the rest of them do their ones.
Yeah, I mean, apart from her, there aren't really any others that get the same level of two versions
to them. Yeah,
But
he's really good. He's really, really good. And other standout characters, Rhodey, maybe he's in it for quite a bit.
Yeah, Rhodey.
Rocket.
I mean, I just love him so much. He's just the best.
He's so good in this.
He's so the bit when he just slaps Thor. Both times that made me jump. I can't even lie.
He's such a realist, though.
He's so... I'm like that little comic accurate costume, and he's got his little raccoon goggles. I
his
wanted
little
to see
scarf.
his little raccoon scarf.
He's got his little raccoon scarf. So good. Here's another good one in this. I would say Captain Marvel's not that bad.
Yeah, she's fine. She's fine.
She's kind of a bit more detached, but that's kind of what you expect.
Yeah.
From her. A bit more. Who else is?
But I think I like Captain Marvel on the whole. I'm down to see more of her.
Sure.
I want to see more to kind of probably make up my mind on her as a character. But I think I do like her, and I don't mind Brie Larson as a person, because I know that like some of our mates like Captain Marvel but don't like Brie Larson.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough.
To be honest, I'm like, if things continue the way they are, I think I will be like that. Just like I like Captain Marvel, but Jesus, Brie, calm down.
Yeah, I think she just needs to be a little bit more careful.
Knock it down a peg or two. Knock it down.
You know, but let's not even get into that.
Yeah, just other characters are just so good. Like the brief bits where Doctor Strange is in.
Yeah,
he's good in that. Wong's great in it.
You wanted more.
The final battle
Korg
scene just
is back, and he's playing Fortnite.
Noob mess. You called me a dickhead again. Meek is just eating pizza.
Oh.
Do you know the last scene of Meek? He's just got pizza in his mouth and just a piece of pizza in each hand. He's just making pizza. I love it so much. And Korg is just so polite, as always. He's so good.
It turns out Natalie Portman...
Oh, hang on a minute, Tessa Thompson.
Tessa Thompson's
She's
in
great.
this. She's pretty good. She doesn't get much to do, but...
The bit she's in, she's pretty good.
Yeah. Natalie Portman, I'm going to sneeze in a minute, so just give me... I'll get
Bearing
that.
with.
Yeah. Pending. So, like... The bit she shows up in, I was like, she's not... There's no way they brought her in just to film her getting out of a bed. Right? And they didn't, so that is... reused footage from Thor the Dark World. Unused footage, even.
Okay.
That they've put Rocket in. Although it turns out she did come, and you know when she's at the door in the distance and she talks to one of the Asgardian women.
Oh yeah.
She did come in and record that for the film.
Oh.
And she has said she'd be open to return to the MCU. She just didn't... She wanted to do Thor the Dark World with Patty Jenkins, and Marvel wanted to do Thor the Dark World as they did it.
Yeah.
And it probably would have been better if they did it with Patty Jenkins, but there you go.
Whatever. Patty did her own thing.
Oh, Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
There's that pretty good... There's another character that I want to say, but I can't remember who it is. Gwyneth Paltrow. Pepper Potts.
Yep.
She's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty damn good.
Pretty good.
Anyone else? Okoye. Just Okoye. She's badass.
Shall we talk?
She stabs Corvus Glaive in the beginning of the battle.
Is she?
Yeah, she just like completely bodies Corvus Glaive and he's out of the rest of the fight. Like she charges him, just stabs him straight in the chest and moves on.
Fair enough.
I've noticed that in the battle and I'm just like, oh.
Is that after the A-Force moment? I remember both times the A-Force moment happens, and it happened with you and my mate, who I was sitting next to the first time, watched it, Pat, and both times you both went, well, how's Mantis gonna do?
Because I didn't dwell on it the first time, but the second time I'm watching it, it's just Mantis is there, and I'm just like, what's she gonna do? She's like, really, what is she gonna do? Yeah. Like, she even looks nervous.
She always looks nervous, though.
No, but she's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And I'm just like, what are you doing here? To be honest, like, I'd rather have the rest of the Dora Milaje except for her. just get rid of Mantis and get Okoye's squad. And then you've just won.
But where's Nakia?
That's a good question.
Lupita Nyong'o's busy. She's probably doing others or something.
Yeah, actually that's...
Oh, wait, no, because Winston Duke was there. Hang on.
When's Winston Duke? I didn't see him.
M'Baku.
I didn't see him.
When they all run, he's like in front of Professor Hulk for some reason. He's in front of some of the main players.
Well, let's be honest, they didn't do the superhumans run faster than the other ones.
Yeah, I did notice that. Because I was like, why are Cap and T'Challa not way ahead? And Spider-Man...
Yeah.
Why are they not ahead of... Because they did it in Civil War. Spider-Man overtook Natasha.
Yeah.
They did it in Infinity War where T'Challa and Cap just pelted off.
Bucky didn't, though.
No, but Bucky's not quite a super... He's not the same level as Cap.
Well,
He's a very good soldier, and he has had enhancements, but he's not a super soldier.
He is slower than Cap because they're chasing chasing Winter Soldier happens, and Cap is just catching him.
Yeah.
But he is damn quicker than a normal human.
Yeah.
So that's a bit interesting, but okay, I'm fine with it.
Shall we talk about Thanos?
Yes, we shall. Thanos. What do you think of him compared to how he was in Infinity War?
Not as good.
Not as good.
Infinity War, to be fair, was Thanos. This is his movie.
Yeah,
but
like how Episode 3 was Ian McDermott's movie.
I guess.
That's his movie.
Yeah.
That's his movie.
I think you mean Episode 9.
Star Wars references.
Ooh, Star Wars, I love it so much.
So, I don't think he was as good as he was in Infinity War either.
No, because he gets killed off in the first, 15 minutes. And then, we're replaced with a, knockoff 2014 Thanos. And the thing that irritates me the most is that, that is not the same armour he was wearing in 2014.
Which was...
His Guardians of the Galaxy armour.
It wasn't,
Not the same.
It's his Infinity War armour.
It's his flashback armour.
Yeah.
And, it's in the flashback and at the start of Infinity War. But if you're going to make a movie like Endgame, which is so intrinsically tied to the MCU, and they recreate moments so perfectly...
Yeah.
But then you also just, completely change his armour. Why? What was wrong with that? Armour was good. It's a better armour than the armour he has in this. It just was. I don't mind giving him the weapon. That's fine. You can do that.
To be honest with you, I wasn't sure why the weapon wasn't put in Infinity War.
Because he had the gauntlet, he doesn't need it.
Yeah, I know, but he could have just had it and then just put it down to deal with it. To show that, Thanos does have a weapon. But anyway,
his weapon was the gauntlet, he doesn't need it.
Yes, sure.
That's the whole point.
I just want more of the batshit crazy Darth Maul thing. Also, do you want to know what I think he does? Do you know that coin thing that people flip it through the fingers?
Yeah.
I think he was just doing that really quick. Just going back and forth, back and forth.
Absolute bullshit.
Well, he can't rotate his wrist and he can't spin it
well,
two
that's
hands.
why, yeah, and he was doing it one-handed, so I don't understand what he was doing. How he was doing that. But it's a dumb comic book movie, so whatever.
Perhaps the same way that drummers can spin sticks in one hand.
Perhaps it was like the Inquisitor's lightsaber.
Please don't mention that.
Where it spins.
Stop it.
And then he can fly away.
Stop it. I'll hit you.
That's dumb, innit?
I'll hit
so dumb.
I will hit you. Please don't talk about it.
I will protect myself with a cushion.
That is going to do jack shit against
That's probably correct.
Right, anyway. He wasn't as good because... I think he wasn't as good because he wasn't there doing the things himself.
Yeah.
In Infinity War, he was going after the stones.
Yeah.
As opposed to his minions. Well, he did set his minions to begin with, but then we were just like, right, fuck it, fine, my turn. And then once he started going for them, they started getting collected. But in this one, he's just like, okay, the Infinity Gauntlet exists. Nebula, go get it.
Snapping your fingers for.
Good click, though, wasn't it?
It was a good click, to be fair.
Yeah. It's not quite half the universe wiping out. Maybe like half of my eardrum was just gone.
What?
But no, it's... He's pretty good. Also, his changing motivation just like, well, I'm not doing half of you anymore. I'm doing all of you. You're all going to die.
He's doing all of them?
They're all going to die.
He's what? He's going to do them all?
He's going to do them all.
Thanos, you dirty boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good job, he's thick, isn't it?
Thick boy.
Thick boy. Right, what else have we got to talk about on that list? Was it music next?
Music and effects and time travel.
Oh, God.
Can we also add to the end of it the giant battle of it? Because just fuck me, it's so good.
What? Right, okay, let's talk about that then now, the giant battle, big battle at the end. The Battle of the Avengers compound, I guess it's going to be called. We have the Battle of New York. We have the Battle of Xandar. We have the Battle of Wakanda. the Battle of Titan, the Battle of Asgard.
This is just better than them all.
The Battle of Sokovia.
It's just better. It's just better.
It just is. It's darker.
It's just better. Well, if you want a dark battle,
Game
Thor.
of Thrones references.
Thor. That has some dark.
Yeah,
In terms of actual lighting.
Yeah, that is absolutely. You can't tell what the hell's going on. But the point is, the most comic booky goodness, just the best.
It's just so good. It's just so good. I got tingles everywhere just as soon as the portal started.
Even in your penis.
Yes, very much in my penis.
Did you get a big erection?
Massive. I wasn't going for that, but then you said it. Just hairs on every part of my body, just like on end.
On your balls.
Stop it. I just remember sitting in my chair and just feeling like a child that's been told they're having cake later. It's just like...
What type of cake? I better not be fruit cake.
Chocolate cake.
Good.
Like triple chocolate fudge with just extra diabetes on it. Just...
What if it was like a fruit cake or a carrot cake? Carrot cake? You like carrot cake?
No.
What if you're a little kid and I tell you you're having carrot cake?
Probably would have just gotten fine. I'm still eating it because it's me.
That's like watching Thor: The Dark World. Thor: The Dark World is
it's still cake.
Thor: The Dark World is a carrot. Wait, what's a fruit cake then? Suicide Squad.
No.
Do you like fruit cake?
No. Fruit cake is like meh. So I'd say like fruit cake is
Man of Steel.
Yeah. Suicide Squad is like looking at a package of cake.
Yeah.
And just going, oh.
Yeah.
And then
opening it.
And then cutting
and
into
all
it.
Out of date and like mouldy.
And shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Outside, marzipan, all that stuff, great.
Oh, yeah.
You cut into it and you try it and you just go, It's like some like egg-free bullshit.
Oh.
Yeah. So
and then you've got Justice League, which is like a shop bought cake, where it looks shit and it tastes shit.
We have to like quantify that against like the shop bought cupcakes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because
it's like a shop bought cupcake.
No. The shop bought cupcakes are the greatest thing ever.
They're crap, mate.
No,
absolute crap.
Look like the Tesco ones you can get like in packs of 12. I couldn't eat them all day.
Disgusting.
Fine. You lot, alright, whatever.
And then.
How did this analogy even start? What are we talking about?
You were saying about it was like being told you were going to have a diabetes cake.
Yes, as a child. I was just so happy when it all started. And it was such a good fight. And the only bit that ruined it was the wham shot.
Hey, listen. If that will piss off a load of angry white dudes on the internet. And that makes me happy.
Stop it.
It does!
What? Just because it's
and also, it's A-Force. Like, I want A-Force. I'll take A-Force.
Just because it's Marvel just going, fuck you. Fuck you and your
Female
opinions.
empowerment. I think I saw online that some guy was moaning about that bit when Tony Stark does the dishes. You know, like when they were complaining about Nick Fury doing the dishes in that bit in Captain Marvel. Because why would men ever do the dishes? That's a woman's job, that. No, I'm not sexist. What are you on about?
But
I just don't want any female empowerment.
Nick Fury doesn't live with anyone. Who's going to do the dishes?
Music was good, wasn't it?
The music was fucking great.
Yeah.
It was so
Alan
good.
Silvestri. I have to commend him. This is not just for this one, but because he did the Avengers as well. Like,
I did more to it as well.
He has created one of the most, like, that's now in the leagues of, like, the Star Wars theme and the Superman theme.
He's most certainly up there.
Indiana Jones theme.
With just, the
Harry Potter theme, the most famous movie scores of all time. The Avengers is up there.
Just that opening bit. Just Alan.
Back to the Future.
Also, Alan Silvestri is He's done a couple of... He's done Forrest Gump. Even though you didn't know what that was. Well, you couldn't.
I can't sing Forrest Gump.
Yeah. But he did
but
that.
I can sing the Avengers tune.
Stop it.
And we did in the credits.
And it was great. It was majestic.
So it turns out I can't sing it because puberty.
I managed to I sort of managed it.
That's the kazoo version.
I reckon if we Google it, we'll find a kazoo version of the... Right, do you know what we should do in the description of this? Search for kazoo
and link
it in the description.
If I find one,
it'll be in the description.
It'll be in the description.
It fucking better be. It just better be. Oh, and just... Music in this was so good, the effects in this were just so good. At times, though, we did say, oh, that's a bit ropey.
I think looking closely at it, the cat fight is you can sort of see. And I think that it was a very deliberate choice to leave the mask on at least one of them.
Yes, of course. Also, the God, what was it? What was that one bit where we were just like, okay, yeah, this is dodgy CGI? Because it's really obvious when we looked at it. I can't remember what it is. Helmets, that was it, the helmets.
Oh yeah, the Ant-Man's head in his helmet when they do the first time test when he gets turned into like a baby.
Yeah, we were just like, okay, that's broken.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Well, yeah, because Ant-Man's helmet has always been CGI. Even in the first Ant-Man, whenever it opens up, that's CGI.
But...
the top and the bottom.
But... it looks better then, because most of his face is covered.
Yeah.
And it's not just got like a glass screen there.
Yeah.
We can just see his face and see all the edges to it. And it was just... okay. It was alright.
Yeah.
CGI, on the whole.
I keep... Whenever they showed a shot of, like, Thor's helmet going up, like, how did that not mess with his hair and his big beard?
Don't question it. Just the hair is the one constant in the Marvel universe. Are you not going to question Tony Stark's mad hair in Iron Man 2 where he comes out of the suit and he's just got perfect head of hair?
Yeah, shut up.
Just...
I don't know that he's got hairspray in the Iron Man helmet.
He probably spent like a month designing how do I make my hair look fabulous when I get out of this.
Yeah.
Because that's the kind of thing Tony Stark would do. But anyway, so all this kind of thing. Just on the apparently at IMAX, most of this.
Yeah, I think in IMAX, I think I heard
quite a lot of these CGs.
Michael Douglas de-aging was a bit ropey.
Yeah,
but
I mean, whatever. We both have opinions on it,
but it is really good. So
IMAX is it's a bit too much. It's a bit too extra for what it is.
Yeah, I'm too stingy. And also there's not one near us.
Manchester is the closest.
Can I be asked going to Manchester, mate?
Also, we kind of compared it to 4K. It's just like, until 4K becomes the standard, what's the point?
Yeah.
But then when 4K becomes the standard, there'll be something better. And I just can't be bothered dealing with it.
Yeah.
And also, most things aren't designed for IMAX. It's just not profitable enough because if you
and like the IMAX, the aspect ratio is different, but it's weird because you're then watching a film in an aspect ratio that is different to the aspect ratio that was designed to be filmed in. Because although it was filmed in IMAX, it's still shown in normal cinemas in normal aspect ratio, like widescreen. So they have to keep in mind that aspect ratio whenever they shoot it. So there's always going to be like basically empty space in the top and the bottom of the frame, always in IMAX. And that's just weird to me. I would rather just watch it in...
Also, if they tailored it specifically to IMAX, then it'd look worse in just normal theatres where the vast majority of their profits and income and views come from.
Yeah.
So, what's the point? You're tailoring to that
specific... better, filming the Humans specifically for IMAX, and then watching it be such a massive shit show.
Yeah,
it's the best way to do it.
Yeah, obviously,
of course.
So we've hinted at this for most of the conversation. So the time travel.
So this movie, rather than this movie calls Back to the Future a bunch of bullshit.
Which first
and
off,
it kind of takes a Doctor Who approach to time travel, where time is not a linear line.
Yeah, it's...
from beginning to end. You are a linear line.
Yeah,
but time is not.
Do you want to know what it's also like?
Rather than if you have like two lines on a diagram and you're one line and time is another line, rather than your line hopping around all over the place, your line stays the same and the timeline would hop around.
Yeah. So do you know what that's kind of like?
What's it kind of like, Paul?
Game of Thrones.
You've only got 20 seconds, remember?
No, but I'm just saying, this isn't like extra thing, because I'm going to do it on MasterCast Minis.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, along with a couple other things. Might tease
what a tease!
But no, it's a bit like that. Because there's a teeny bit of time travel.
Yeah. So they explain it as like, if you go back to the past, that won't change the future.
It's already
so you can't just go in like stop Thanos from getting the stones. You can't go and just kill Thanos as a baby. That will have happened.
Yeah.
Going into the past it's not even time travel. It's like alternate dimensions, but like in different points in the past. But like up to that point, they were the same as your dimension. But you go to that point, and then they change.
Yes, sort of.
If you start messing around, for example, letting Loki take the Space Stone.
Watch the film once.
Yeah.
To go and experience the film. Watch the film the second time to understand the time travel. Ish.
Then when you finish watching the film the second time...
watch it a third time.
Just go on YouTube and Google it, because you still want to figure it out.
Yeah, really. Because, we've been trying to think of it on ourselves and just going, what the fuck?
And also because, that's why I feel like my Captain America solution, or that bit, the Captain America.
Yeah.
You know, I might do a MasterCast video on that, like a Nando V Movies style.
Okay.
One share. Have you seen his, actually, about Endgame?
No.
It's called Change. It's basically...
changing the Endgame.
Yeah. Instead of Captain Marvel taking the gauntlet, it should have been Nebula. To the van. Instead of Captain Marvel, it should have been Nebula. Because it would have made the A-Force moment better, where it's like, instead of her taking it and Peter going, don't know how you're going to get through all that, even though she's just single-handedly taking out the shit. Whereas, like, if it was Nebula, there'd be a reason for her to struggle getting through all that. And also, she's had history with Thanos. And also then the last two non-Thanos characters to hold the gauntlet will be her and Tony. And, like, she held it in the comics and stuff.
Yeah. So, that would be nice. And also the time travel thing is a bit weird. They kind of explain it, their laws in the film. And I also like the whole analogy of the time travel thing of when Tony first comes back to the Avengers and just goes, yeah, instead of pushing Scott through time, you kind of push time through Scott. And I'm just like, I kind of like that. I kind of accept that.
Even though Bruce is like, we did time travel. No, you didn't, mate.
He did. He says, I see that as an absolute win, because they did fuck around with time.
They did sort of manage it, but not really.
No, they're not quite there, Brucey, but you know what? Tony figured it out because reasons and Mobius strip, and I'm still questioning as to how the Mobius strip helps him, but I'll get back to you on that if I ever come up with a reason as to why he did it.
Because it looks fancy, doesn't it?
It does look fancy.
So there you go, that's your answer.
But please...
Science!
Please
Science!
Please stop.
Superhero comics are dumb.
Yeah.
Comics are dumb. Also science.
Also.
Enjoy the film.
Also say...
Go buy your popcorn right now.
It was a 99...
Oh wow, look, is that a reference to a previous film?
99.987%
He
accuracy.
said Iron Man. That's like in the first Iron Man. Just enjoy the film.
Fine. You got nitpicky. I tried to get nitpicky. Fuck off.
Oh, I'm sorry. Calm down.
The simulation wasn't 100% accurate. It was 99.987. He's gambling with that 0.013% of the chance of failure. Also, Friday's a fucking genius.
So let's talk about the future of the MCU after Avengers Endgame.
Captain Falcon.
Captain Falcon.
That
sounds dumb.
Falcon America.
That sounds even worse.
Peregrine America.
Falcon America.
Also, totally like War Machine and...
What if it was the Winter Captain?
The Captain Soldier.
That sounds dumb.
Winter America.
Please stop. Please just stop.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I got a pillow now.
It's a cushion, actually.
I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to do this while you just rant.
I'm not ranting.
Future of the MCU.
So, Spider-Man Far From Home might be a bit weird, won't it? Because half their population is 5 years older than the other half.
War Machine and Captain Marvel are gonna make the sweet love.
War Machine and Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Why War Machine and Captain Marvel?
Because they had a thing in the comics as well. You don't know that?
Nah.
It's
Have
amazing.
you seen Captain Marvel's haircut? She's totally gay.
Yeah, but it's Don Cheadle.
Are you saying that gay people would go straight for Don Cheadle, or
Yeah.
that Don Cheadle is a woman?
We don't know.
Both!
Yeah, one because of the other.
I see.
Yeah.
So gay women
Also,
would
did
go
you-
straight for Don Cheadle, and Don Cheadle would go, I'm good, I'll just be a woman, thanks.
Did you
It's a cycle, it never ends.
in Civil War 2 there's a major plot point for Captain Marvel because Rhodey dies. Because then she's just like, oh fuck, what do I do?
Oh.
Also, Ethan thinks that's a big hint from, because this is where I got it from, because I had no idea about them being a thing. And he said the last little glance between them two on the
hologram thing.
on the hologram thing was just like, is that a reference? It might be, because there are loads of references in it, like Howard the Duck.
Oh yeah, he's in this apparently.
Bring back Howard the Duck. Do Howard the Duck.
Also, right, this is a real long shot.
Yes.
You know when they get back from their time heist and that's dead,
Yeah.
and the 5 that are left from the OG6
Yeah.
are on the thing, and Hulk throws a bench and it never lands.
Oh yeah, never see it. Yeah.
Is that, now bear with me here because this is a fucking stretch, is that a reference to the bit in The Incredible Hulk when they're at a cave and Hulk throws a rock at the sky and it never lands? I say it is. That's all I'm saying.
I can't believe you made me think of that appalling scene ever again. Oh yeah, because when he goes to a cave and gets angry and bangs his head on it and gets calmed down by the woman who basically pulls... What's her name?
Betty Ross.
Betty Ross. The actress that plays her.
Liv Tyler.
Yeah. Who's the actress that plays that girl from Twilight? Yeah, do you know how she like whispers
Kristen Stewart?
Kristen Stewart. Yeah, she basically pulls a Kristen Stewart and she like whispers most of the lines and she goes like, Bruce. Yeah, because that's going to work on the whole...
What are you doing? Bruce!
Because that's going to work on the whole...
Bruce!
That's going to work...
Is it really you?
There's a thunderstorm.
Oh,
and it's
that's
the whole...
not even... That's a terrible Liv Tyler accent.
Yes.
Bruce! She got a lisp now.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember when they get attacked, she's like, what are you doing?
Anyway, okay, so just...
Lol banter.
There are a bit of nitpicky things that we can make with this, but on the whole, I had a fucking good time watching it.
Yeah, it was a great film.
It was just so
So what did you
good.
think of Avengers Endgame? Because if you've not seen it and you're here... Fine, whatever, cool. You're one of those people. I'll see how it is.
Yeah, I know someone who really doesn't care about the MCU.
Well, they can kill themselves.
Alright, okay.
That's
Also-
very dark.
also-
I'm being very dark today.
Also,
I'm edgy.
my dad,
Yeah, what about your dad?
he has a sort of an understanding about the MCU. And I've never been more proud.
How old's your dad?
Like 65.
My 21, 22? I can't, my 21, I think, year-old sister has not that much of a grasp on the MCU. I mean, she sort of does.
I'm not even going to attempt to explain to Gillian what the MCU is. I'd rather smash my face against a brick wall.
I can find you one if you want.
I've got plenty at my house, thanks. Are you going to finish clapping? Or do I have to hit you in the face with a pillow?
It's a cushion.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Fucking stop it. Is that what it was like in the cinema with me with the straw? Just going... Is that what it was like?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Just watch the
Film.
But what did you think of it? If tell us your favourite Easter eggs that are absolutely a stretch, like mine.
Yeah.
5 of them, please.
5.
They definitely aren't Easter eggs, but they are. If you
and we'll turn them into a Watch Mojo video.
Hi, welcome to WatchMojo.com, and here are 10 things you missed in Avengers Endgame. Number 1, Iron Man's in it.
Welcome to Watch Mojo Marvel.
Watch Mojo UK.
No, not
Watch
UK.
Mojo Espanol.
Hey,
welcome to Watch Mojo Northwest. Today,
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Oh god.
Did you notice 10 things you didn't know about Avengers Endgame?
Also,
you didn't notice in the film. Number 10, Captain Marvel has a haircut.
Where does Rhodey get his Mark, whatever the fuck he is, suit from?
Big boy suit.
Where's he
get it from?
We don't know.
Who knows?
Perhaps it's a nanotechy one.
Maybe it is. Who knows? I need a piss.
Watch Endgame.
Hashtag watch Endgame.
Watch.
Hashtag beat Avatar.
Hashtag
That's
break
Jackson.
that 3 billion and make James Cameron cry.
Make him stop those 24 Avatar sequels.
Make him weep. That was his one achievement in life. Stop him.
I mean, he did do Terminator.
Yeah, I know, but he did that. But I also want him to lose because Avatar's not that great. Also, fuck Titanic.
Ooh!
It's a shit film, and so is Marley and me. Quickly send it before I trigger people.
Too late. What are we doing next week, Paul?
What?
What are we doing next week? Oh, we don't have anything planned.
Fuck.
Next week. But then the week after, I think, will be a Detective Pikachu review.
Will we, won't we?
Yeah. I guess we'll find out.
Find out after the break.
It's a week-long break.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I just did the clink.
Yeah, I know. It's quite a long break. But
are you just going to try and extend this ending out? Like Endgame.
What?
Like Endgame.
What?
They did a Return of the King.
I mean, it wasn't quite Return of the King.
There was a lot of
But
endings.
Ty Simpkins was in it. It's the kid from Iron Man 3.
For fuck's sake.
Okay, we're actually done now. Bye. Well, I lied. We did a Return of the King.
I fucking hate you.
I know you do.
23 episodes of this, you dick.
Hey, you agreed to do it.
Yeah, actually, that was a good point. I enjoy doing it.
Hey, I think we might be at 1,800 views on that video by now. Actually.
Also, yeah, we have forgot to mention that. That's fucking insane, by the way.
All mine.
It is all yours.
All mine.
It
Just
is all yours.
that's all I'm saying, guys.
It's all you're saying because you took the initiative as opposed to me waiting to tell you about, hey, we should do one marvellous scene.
Yeah.
You just go, oh wait, no,
I'll just
I've
do it.
already made
I
one.
didn't think you'd want to.
Why wouldn't I want to?
Because you've never been in a camera before. Yeah. Okay, that's... Well, there you go.
I'm not going to clink the glasses until you put your finger over that pause button.
More of that. How about you put your finger on the pause button to make sure?
What?
What?
Am I allowed to...
No,
I don't
get any ideas.
I don't feel comfortable.
I'm in charge here.
Okay. Yeah. So that one is insane. It's like on 1.6.
No, 1.7.
1.7?
No, the last time I checked it was on like 1,795 or something.
Basically,
It was 1790s.
it's just fucking ridiculous, man.
Yeah, I think by the end of the week, because this is a Thursday, I think by the end of the week we might get to 2K.
Jesus, wet.
And then from there, who knows?
And that's all your hard work.
All mine.
All yours.
All mine. I'm gained quite a few subscribers from that, actually.
Oh,
so
yeah.
if you've come from that and you've decided to listen to the podcast, thank you.
And
this is what we started out doing. And then we just did Mastercast Minis because people wanted them, and you came and watched it and liked Johnny's hard work, and this is me. I'm the other one.
Also,
Johnny does basically everything when it comes to this.
that is true.
That is true.
Yeah.
But it's your laptop, your phone, your mic, and your house that we use.
Yeah. And my ego as well.
And your ego.
Yeah.
Lots
There
of
is
ego.
that. Hang on, you said you were going to pretend to be really mad.
I was going to pretend to be really mad.
That it had gone to my head that it went so well.
But we didn't start with that, and also I kind of forgot and also had a little bit of a shit day.
Oh, it's okay, Paul. You come here and you've had a really fun hour and 40 minutes with me, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty fucking good. If I click this, will you stop the recording?
Who knows?
Fine.
Well, no.
Dickhead.